How Trump is protected by the devil. In the peculiar annals of American history, no figure has so visibly danced upon the fault lines between spectacle and power as Donald J. Trump. While some call him a genius strategist, and others a hapless avatar of chaos, there is another theory, whispered half seriously in late-night diners and half-drunken think tanks, that Trump is protected by the devil himself. According to this legend, the devil, call him Lucifer, call him Old Scratch, call him the father of lies, saw in Trump a perfect instrument. Here was a man whose appetites were so flamboyant, whose ego was so monumental, and whose need for attention was so inexhaustible, that he could be set loose in the corridors of democracy like a bull in a glass factory. The devil could not have sculpted a more dazzling distraction if he'd tried. The theory goes that Trump entered a supernatural pact not in some midnight ritual, but simply by existing as he is, utterly convinced of his own brilliance. This self-certainty is the devil's favorite tool. If you can convince a man that every impulse he has is righteous, that every criticism is persecution, and that every act of vanity is a noble crusade, you don't need to tempt him. He'll do the work himself, all while insisting he is chosen. Critics note how Trump's missteps rarely seem to land with the gravity that would doom a lesser politician. A career-ending scandal for others becomes, for him, a blip in the news cycle. Outrage combusts into spectacle and vanishes into fatigue. This, they say, is evidence of his infernal protection, the devil's hand, waving away consequences like cigar smoke. Then there are the crowds, tens of thousands gathering to chant his name as though it were an incantation. The devil, after all, is a connoisseur of crowds. He adores the feverish electricity of collective belief. To feed that belief, Trump became a mirror in which supporters glimpsed their secret resentments and dreams. Polished and exaggerated, the devil, it is said, delights in such mirrors. This theory is not without irony. Even as preachers warn of demonic influence, some among them clasp Trump's hand and proclaim him a divine instrument. They seem not to notice how often the devil wears a counterfeit halo, or how skillfully he can twist religion into a camouflage for ambition. It is, of course, possible that Trump needs no supernatural ally to sow confusion. Maybe he is merely the product of a culture addicted to celebrity, allergic to shame, and so eager for entertainment it will vote for it. But the devil loves plausible deniability. He prefers to operate in the space where reality feels like parody, where the line between theater and governance dissolves. In the end, the legend of Trump's unholy protection is more than a literal claim. It is a metaphor, a way to explain how one man, seemingly immune to the gravitational pull of consequence, could stride across the national stage while the institutions around him creak and buckle. Whether you believe it is the devil or something more mundane that shields him, the effect is the same: a spectacle that consumes attention, defies logic, and leaves the audience too stunned to look away. And if the devil is watching from some shadowy mezzanine, he must be very pleased indeed. This is the room. There is no exit.